Hello again, everybody. I'm Todd Rossnagel, Director of Communications for the Louisiana Conference. Thanks so much for joining us for this another video update on Hurricane Laura. It is Tuesday, September 1st, and the update, the story today, is a story of how the recovery is beginning. And the story of how the recovery is beginning in Lake Charles is actually a story in Lafayette. To help us tell the story of everything that happened today in Lafayette is the Reverend John Cannon from Asbury United Methodist Church in Lafayette, and he joins us now. John, thank you so much for carving time out of your day to give us an update on what was a big event at Asbury, which is in turn a big event of how the recovery is going to begin for those affected by Hurricane Laura. Good evening to you.
Thanks, Todd.
Well, the story that's happening at Asbury is really turned into a distribution center of sorts. A list of supplies, if you would like to help, is seen on your screen and also found on our website. If you would like to send donations of supplies to those in need. Asbury is going to serve as a warehouse, if you will, for the time being, for folks in Lake Charles. And earlier this morning, very early in the morning, two large 28-foot trucks from Houston, Texas, with supplies from United Methodist churches all over Houston, drove all the way to Lafayette and dropped off their supplies. And John and the Asbury folks were there, including the UL track team, U.S. Marines. They were all on hand for these supplies. And John, tell us what it was like today.
Well, it was great. We had people from all over the community that showed up. I'm not even sure how they all found out about it, but we were excited to be able to help in any way that we could. We have been getting ready since Sunday afternoon, organizing our team here at Asbury, our coordinators for volunteers, our coordinators for just, for lack of a better term, where to put stuff. And we're using every available space that we can at Asbury to collect, gather, sort, and then send out supplies when the needs come into us. And so today we began receiving the first of many trucks, truckloads, and we're expecting trailer loads, we're expecting all kinds of things, as well as just people who are dropping off items that we know are needed. And today we had, I don't know how many people ultimately it was. I know at one time we had about 40 folks, a lot of them church members. We had people from our youth group. We had old, young, middle age, everybody in between. One of our church members is Bob Marlin, who's the head basketball coach at UL. He came out, and some of his team members came. Few hours later, the members of the track and field team came. We had U.S. Marines here, people from the community who were just, it's a neighborhood where people walk the streets and people are involved in what's going on. We had people from the neighborhood stop by. So everybody was unloading trucks and sorting out pallet loads and pallet loads and pallet loads of diapers, water, building supplies, you name it. Those things on the list are starting to roll in.
John, I know you will get those supplies to the folks in need in Lake Charles, and we'll, of course, continue to cover that as you make the effort to get those supplies not only stored there at Asbury, but on its way, obviously, to Lake Charles. But I wanted to ask you, what did it feel like today to see people both inside your church and also outside of your church gather together and pitch in and help?
So someone asked this morning, why are you doing this? And it was somebody in the community, it wasn't a church member. The church members know why they're doing it, even if they can't necessarily always put it into words. But this is how I put it. I said, when people are in need, we step up. And I was particularly talking to someone from the community and pointing out that the spirit of Acadiana, the spirit of Lafayette, is to help anybody who has need. And so we were just out there to help. To me, that's how you live, grow, and share the love of Jesus Christ. And I'm just excited that we can do that. And I'm even more excited that we're getting help to people And then on top of that, we're able to bring people together, to work together, to do something that's wonderful for people. And we need more of that, especially in this time that seems so divided. It's terrible that a disaster can bring us together, but a disaster can bring us together. And we came together to do the highest good we possibly could do. And that's just simply to help people who are hurting and who are suffering. And that's a beautiful thing to look out and see. It's a beautiful thing to see people together unloading a truck and not thinking about anything else but how can we help. And that's the best of the human spirit. That's the best of the Spirit of Jesus Christ inside us, I think.
Well, John, I know that you're going to do all your best, do all that you can to get those supplies to the folks in need in Lake Charles. For those who are watching this video and may have some supplies that they'd like to send to Asbury as well, we're going to put the information on the screen. Your request is to just make sure you call ahead if there's going to be a large delivery of items heading to Asbury, correct?
It is. We have, just like any church, it's our volunteers who are stepping up to help, and we have a lot of members who are eager to help. But a little heads up will be tremendous for us, just to get the folks here and help unload some of those trucks and then get it sorted out.
John, thanks so much for carving time out of your day to talk to us, and we'll be in touch as we continue the recovery after Hurricane Laura. Thanks again.
Thanks, Todd.